Hello and welcome to day one of the Ojeagbase Internet Millionaire Boot. I'm your host, Samson Ojeagbase, and I'm happy to have you here. I am the editor of Success Digest, and those are the founders of Success Digest. The gentleman there is Pastor Dr. Emmanuel Ojeagbase, and the beautiful lady there is Pastor Mrs. Esther Ojeagbase, and they are my parents. So we welcome you to this 5-day boot camp. I'm happy to have you here, like I said already, because I'm proud of you taking a step in your life to change your story. For whatever reason you're here, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you do, what you learn during the next 5 days, okay? So take your time, listen to everything I say. Of course, it's free, so you can keep watching and watching and watching it until you pick every juicy information in here, okay? Because what I'm going to share with you is something that would determine how well your internet career goes. I mean, imagine a house without a foundation. That's what happens when people try to start a business without understanding the basics. And that's what this bootcamp is all about. I want you to understand the basics of internet business, building a successful internet business that will feed you, take care of all your financial needs, and make you a happy person, okay? So without further ado, let's start this class, okay? Now, part one is about introduction. I'm going to introduce you to the internet business space and tell you things you need to succeed and loopholes you need to look out for. So I have some slides set up, but I usually prefer having a conversation with who I'm talking to. Why is that? Because when you're having a conversation, you're relaxed, you're out of teaching mode and just talking. And the truth is, when you're having a conversation with someone, you tend to give out more information than what's already prepared in your slide, because your mind just freely relaxes and talks and brings out all the juicy information, which I know you would need for success. So grab a notepad, grab a biro, and pay attention to everything I'm going to say, okay? Now, let's start with slides, okay? Now, I understand that you might have questions. You would have questions, don't mind, you would have questions. So what I would advise you to do is just note your questions down, note it down. After this video, you can send your questions to me via the WhatsApp line or via the email addresses that you have already. And then I'll get back to you, or a member of the team will get back to you, okay? So I believe you can see my screen right now. And what's on screen? Ojeagbase's Internet Millionaire Boot. That's not the program. And day one, what you must know about building a profitable internet business from scratch. Okay, so let's move on. Now, what is an internet business? What is it? It is basically any business done over the internet. Look at it. An internet business is simply any business transaction done via the internet. So people tend to get confused when I say internet business, offline business. The truth is, every business has a place on the internet. Of course, you might, for example, a factory still needs to have a factory to do the job, but you can sell your products via the internet and automatically become an internet business. Think about it. It also applies for any business model you can think of. Bookstores have become information marketing platform, ebooks. There are a lot of, okay, you know what's going to happen? Let's not deviate from this, because further down the road, I'm going to talk about more business opportunities. So why don't you wait till then, okay? So an internet business is simply any business transaction done via the internet. I believe this is straightforward. Now, is it really possible to make money on the internet? And secondly, can Success Digest help me? Now, I don't know what you heard or what you experienced before I got to this point. I get questions from people who would have been bounced before by scammers and people would have promised them the world and delivered nothing. I understand how it hurts. And I also understand the skepticism that comes with it, because next time you ever internet business, you're skeptical, like, why? Why should I do it? But the truth is, internet business works and it's profitable, but you need to know how it's done. which is why you're taking this 5-day boot course. So now the next question, can Success Digest help me? I'll show you a few testimonies of some of our star students, and then you can make that decision on your own, because I'm not going to force you to make any decision. I'm just going to provide evidence for you, and you can make that decision on your own, okay? So let me go to this screen right now. Okay, can you see the screen? This is the Success Digest Marketplace. We created a session on the marketplace where we'll compile all the testimonies from people who have come in contact with the Success Digest brand, okay? And scrolling down this page, you see a lot of illustrious and really successful internet marketers in Nigeria. Now, the first person is this beautiful young lady, an exceptional woman who has, I say young lady, an exceptional woman who has influenced a lot of Nigerians. And here's what she has to say. The Ojeagbase, founder of SADC, which is the parents' body, the NGO for Success Digest, will go down history of our nation as pioneers in the very challenging task of reorienting our people back to hard work. This is what she has to say about Success Digest and SADC. Now, of course, we recognize this man here. He's Honorable Otumba Akialabi, one of the most successful internet marketers in Nigeria. And you can read his testimony here. You know what, let me read a few things here. He attended a seminar 20 years ago. You know what, just come back and read it, okay? Don't, let's not waste too much time on this. Like I said, I'm going to give you the evidence, and you're not going to come to your own conclusion on your own if you want to believe in Success Digest or not. Here's another person, Leki Toye. Can read his testimony here too. And then this is Pastor Sami Akinipe, also a very influential internet marketer. And then we have Ilaboya, Mrs. Ilaboya, yeah. And then we have Ronald Nzimura. I've called a few names that you should know in the internet marketing space. And then we have Damilare Adewi, another rising star in the space. This is an exceptional young man, watch out for him. And then we have Samson Olatunde. He has a special testimony. Just take your time and read it later on. And then we have Ife Miran, also another successful internet marketer. And then we have Toyosi Ogunshiji. Can't read that testimonies. We have another young. This is the CEO of Betland here, who is pointing back to Success Digest for making him the person he is today. And then we have Ayo Odushola. And then we have Pastor Bisi Akinwale. Of course, come back and read it. Come back and read it. And then we have Toyin Omotosho. You guys picture, yeah? But we have Toyin Omotosho, who is the founder of Expertnia. So everyone that matters in the internet marketing space can trace their internet marketing and internet business space, can trace their roots back to Success Digest. So my question to you now is this. Can Success Digest make you mold you to the person you want to be? The answer is best answered by you. Now, let's get back to the lecture, okay? Now, why should you consider starting an internet business? I mean, you've been hearing about internet business for a while, and why should you consider starting an internet business? Let me give you some points. One, it is not capital intensive, which means it is not, my dot is AC. All right, it is not capital intensive, which means it doesn't require a high capital to start a business. All you need is basically internet connection, a laptop or a smartphone, and the idea. Of course, for you to be watching this video, you already had the first two, internet connection and a laptop or a smartphone. So the last thing that is missing is the idea of how to do it, or what to do. And that's what we're going to learn in this over the next 5 days, okay? So number one, why should you start an internet business? It is not capital intensive. It is easy to start, it's cheap to start. Number two, it gives you time and location independence. Unlike having to go to an office every day, the internet is a global market. And you can work from anywhere you are. As long as you have access to the internet and you have a laptop or a smartphone, you can effectively run your business from wherever you are in the world. So you're not restricted to any location and can work at any time you want. Why is that? Because the internet never sleeps. The internet never sleeps. For example, you can set up a website that keeps pumping in money into your accounts 24/7. Why is that? Because as long as you're getting people to see that website, people are going to work. People are going to buy from you. Understand? So that's why it is internet business gives you independence, time and location independence. You don't have to be in any country to do what you need to do. And you also do not have to work at a particular time. You do your work and 24/7, your website is running, your business is running on the internet, and you get paid, which is beautiful, right? Then huge profit margins. I mean, information marketing. Let me give you an expo here. Information marketing is the starting point of most of the successful internet marketers you see these days. That was the first thing they did on the internet, information marketing, which is basically compiling information and selling it to people that want it. For example, selling information about how to make a particular type of soup that is in demand, you package it and sell it. People buy it from you. I'm going to explain how you do all those research later on, so don't worry about it. But if you package the information that people want, they'll buy it from you, and you're going to make your money. Now, how much does it cost to compile a digital product? The time you use to write it or record it, and then the website you host it on, display, the money used for advertising to drive traffic, and just your time and effort. And once you invest your time and effort into this thing once, into creating this product once, you're going to keep any money from it in the long term, because that's how the internet works. Unlike a physical product, a physical book that you have to print a lot of copies and sell one to one person, on the internet, you can just record the video like I'm doing right now. I mean, thousands of people are watching this video right now, and they'll keep watching it. But I'm recording it only once. I'm going to sit down in front of this camera for a period of time. And after that time, I won't do this again. But people will keep watching it again and again and again. Now imagine if I was charging 10, 15, 20,000 for this video series. So think about it. When one person registers to watch it, I will earn 20,000 naira without doing any work. Think about it. That has a huge profit margin. So it's going to cost me, let's say it costs me the range of 50,000, exaggeration, 50,000 to record this video. That's paying for gen, paying for fuel, all those things that, and including the cost of the studio and whatnot. Let us say 50,000 naira. Then one person buys for 20,000 naira. Then 1,000 people buy for 20,000 naira. Can you calculate the profit margin for me? You can do that on your own. Calculate it and think about it. So the internet gives you a huge profit margin because your cost of running is low. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have an office. You don't have to pay people to work for you. You can do it. So it might be a one-man business for you, or you might decide to employ people. Of course, the cost of running is low. You're going to make more profits. Do you understand? And most importantly, this is the most important reason why you should start an internet business. It is the future of business. It is the future of the human race. Now, in the year 2020, when the whole lockdown happened, guess the businesses that still profited during that period? The internet businesses. Why is that? Because internet businesses were not restricted by COVID or travel. Once you log into the internet, you can transact your business and you make your money. Amazon made a killing in that period. So think about it. It's the future of business. The truth is, in 20 years' time, any business, 20 years so far, in 5 years' time, any business that is not on the internet, that doesn't have an internet presence, they are going to feel it because they are going to be losing out on customers. Everyone is going online. So if I can't find you online, why should I do business with you? Understand? Everyone is going online. It's easier for the average person to be on the internet right now. So it's better for you to move to the internet where the future is if you want to survive as a business and keep not just surviving, but thriving as a business. Do you understand? Good. So now, who is the internet business meant for? I mean, I've told you why you should start an internet business, but who is it meant for? You might be thinking, am I good enough to do this? Well, I'll surprise you in the next slide. Who is an internet business meant for? Who is supposed or is allowed to start an internet business? Give me a minute, I'll drink some water. All right, so let's continue. Who is an internet business meant for? One, students and young adults looking for a reliable source of income. For example, Tamilore Adeoye, I showed his testimony a couple of minutes ago. He was in UI, it was at 200 or 300 level when he earned 300,000 plus from our platform. So a reliable source of income for students and young adults. Also for workers looking for a side income. With the way the economy is, you want to earn more money to be above the inflation. And the internet is a perfect place for you to do that. Why is that? Because it's not time consuming. So you can combine your day job with this internet business. Now, stay-at-home mothers and retirees, of course, stay-at-home mothers that are taking care of the kids, they also need a source of income. And retirees, I mean, once you retire from work, you're not expected to start going to work or hustle outside. So you need a source of income, and the internet is a perfect place for you to do that. Because, like I already said, time and location freedom. So you're not going to have to go to any office from 9 to 5. And you're not also going to have to work at a particular time of the day. Your schedule is what you work with. You schedule your time according to what you work with. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, anyone who is interested in making money with little stress, with little or no stress, the internet is meant for you. You should consider starting an internet business. Why? Because it is the future, one, and two, it will make your dreams come true if we do what you're supposed to do. That's the most important part. The internet can make you filthy rich, but you have to do what you're supposed to do. And I'm going to talk about that in a couple of slides, so don't worry about it, okay? Now, let's go to the next slide. What do I need to start and build a profitable internet business? Of course, I've talked about the first two. You need a smartphone or a laptop. How will you connect to the internet? You need an internet connection. For you to be watching this video, you have the first two. Now, the next one, willingness to learn and implement. If you read through the testimonies, like I've told you to do, of the Success Digest prodigies and success stories, you realize that they had something in common. Not only did they have access to this information, they implemented, they took action. Why? Because we're in the information age and information is everywhere. Information is everywhere. But you see the difference between people that are dominating any market space and the ones that are just there. It's the speed at which they implement. They implement quickly. They learn something today, they're already working on it to make it profitable for them. Money likes speed. And if you're not fast to implement things, you lose out. So number three, willingness to learn. You have to be ready to learn. I mean, some people would rather watch YouTube videos, which is fine. I mean, if you don't have the money, I usually suggest people, okay, go online, watch YouTube videos, and Google how to do X, Y, Z, and start from there. But the truth is, the reason why people pay for courses is not because they don't have anything to do money. It's because they are trying to fast track their journey. Now, if it took me 1 year to learn how to build a successful business, learning from me is going to fast track your process. Why is that? Because the mistakes I made and the path to making that money on the internet, I'll show it to you. So instead of you using your own time and money to learn it, you just invest your time and money learning from me to get to your desired position. So You have to be willing to learn, you have to be willing to invest in yourself, and you also have to implement, because nobody will do this thing for you. No one will do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Do you understand? Now, the last one, which is the most important one, a champion's mindset. Now, this is the most important factor. In fact, this is the starting point of any success on the internet. I need to drink some water. All right. A champion's mindset. The difference between two people that have access to the same information, one is succeeding and the other one is not doing as well. There are a lot of factors, but you know the most important factor is what happens in between their heads. Because the truth is, everybody has a certain level of challenges that they face. Now, I'll tell you a short story. Before I recorded this video, I set up, of course, we set up the studio. If you've been on our Success Digest list, I told you about the studio. Now, when it was time to record this video, we set everything up, I've already tried it out, and it looked good. But now, when we recorded it, it didn't come out as well as we wanted. The quality was very, very poor. So we had to keep trying again. It got to a point it was frustrating. We decided to stop it for a while, which we did. But within 30 minutes, we came back and tried it again. And then we have this quality that we're using to record. Now, imagine if we stopped trying after that point. Imagine if we stopped trying. This video won't be here right now. You'll be watching this video right now. And I'll be able to have this conversation with you. It's the same thing with business. You need to keep trying. You cannot afford to give up at the first attempts when things don't go your way, because the truth is, life is not a straight line. Life doesn't go from A to Z. It's a zigzag. So you might think in your head, okay, I'll just start this business and within X amount of days, I'll make X amount of millions. No, it doesn't happen like that. You need to understand that there's a time for you to sow and there's time for you to reap. You need to have that dedication, that patience, that determination, that will, that passion for what you want. Because I was having a conversation with Mr. Nzimora one day, and he was telling me somebody else's story about a young Nigerian lady who has become an affiliate marketing superstar. Now, he said something important, which is why. Why are you doing this? Why are you starting, or why do you want to start an internet business? Because the truth is, why? Your why is what helps you when you're tired. It's what keeps you going when you're weak, when you feel like nothing is working and you want to give up. Your why is what works, is what keeps you going. So if you don't have that champion's mindset, if you do not have the conqueror's mindset, if you do not have the determination, the will to win, dedication, the ability to delay gratification, that you can say, okay, fine, I'm not going to earn this money today or tomorrow, but I know I'm going to get it. So I'm going to keep doing what I need to do to get that money. If you do not have these things, you are going to give up. And you're going to become one of the people that are out there saying that business is a scam. Because the truth is, there are people that are saying that business is a scam. On the same social media platforms where young Nigerians are earning millions of naira for themselves legitimately with the internet. So think about it. It's not about having access to information like watching this video. It's about the mindset you have. That's why I always advise people, the first thing they do before they even start any business, fix your mindset. Because if your mindset is not solid, you are going to suffer. So, like I said, number one, smartphone or a laptop, internet connection, willingness to learn and implement, and then most importantly, a champion's mindset. A champion's mindset is what's going to separate you from the rest. When challenges come, you're going to face the square on and you're going to win because you're a champion, you're a conqueror. That's what you are. Now, let's move on. Like I already said, your mind is the starting point of any success in any endeavor. If your mindset is not right, you cannot succeed. It's just what it is. Now, there's a breakdown I'm going to show you this breakdown on the screen right now. Your thoughts, the thought is the starting point. If I want to do something, it comes as a thought, as an idea first. Then I act on that idea and it becomes an action. Now, when you keep doing something regularly, it becomes habits. It becomes your habit. And your habits form the character, they form your character. And the truth is your character determines your destiny. So it goes without showing, it goes without saying that your thoughts, your actions, you need to fix your thoughts. You need to fix your thoughts. If you don't fix your thoughts, your actions will be off sync and can't be successful. If your thoughts are that of poverty, you cannot take the actions of wealth. Do you understand me? Good. So we're going to go to the next one now. I have an assignment for you. And here's the assignment. In very clear details, I want to describe the lifestyle you want to live when the internet business you are starting. Okay, here's the assignment for the next class. In very clear details, describe the lifestyle you want to live when your internet business starts generating the money you want. Write it down, take your time, because you're about starting a journey. But if you don't have a clear picture of the destination you want to get to, you won't know where you're going to. Anywhere will look like your destination. So I want you to have a very clear destination of where you want to go to, okay? And write it down and hold it and read it every day, because that's going to be your guiding light. Do you understand me? Okay, so this meeting is going to end right now. And I said this video is going to end right now. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? So talk to you soon.